So I bought my first Guerlain Spiritueuse Double Vanille, which is an absolutely amazing fragrance. So I've actually been wanting a Guerlain fragrance for quite some time now, and specifically I wanted the private line. Excuse me. But essentially, I don't know if you guys know, but Guerlain has a lot of history. And so they were making fragrances back in like the 1800s, and I think the original perfumer slash chemist was Pierre Guerlain. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I don't know all of the data, like all the specifics of it. But essentially, they were making perfumes, or he was making perfumes and like cosmetic products for high officials in, like, the French government and just very high caliber people. And so there is a lot of history, and they've always been known to make, really good quality products. So I feel like as a perfume fragrance collector, you kind of need a Guerlain. Like, it's just kind of something that you need to have because it is such a high value product, if that makes sense. So I ended up copying Spirituous Double Vanilla, which was one of my favorites that I tried. It's kind of hard because they're all really good, and it was hard to pick. I was in between this one and Cherry Oud. Ultimately, I went with this one because I think it is a little bit more easy to wear, in my opinion. And it's just beautiful. It's very nice, and it's hard not to like this fragrance. Now, I do know some people don't really like it, but I don't really understand why, because it is such a smooth and very nice fragrance. I've already sprayed it earlier. I've actually been wearing it like all day since I got it earlier today. I'm gonna spray a little bit more again just so I can talk a little bit about the opening, but in the opening, it is a little bit fresher, but that quickly goes away as it starts to dry down because you start to get this like vanilla kind of incensey vibe, and that's pretty much most of what you're gonna get. Now, as the dry down continues, you do get a little bit of like rummy vibes, like rum, because it does have some of those characteristics there as well. But what I mostly pick up is just an incensey vanilla. So it is quite simple in my opinion. Some people that I've watched, they don't really like it. I even heard one of the YouTubers that I like to watch, she said that to her it smells like pizza, which I find interesting. I don't smell pizza at all. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a really good starter fragrance if you're looking to buy a Guerlain. Like, you really can't go wrong with it. Seems very mass appealing, and it's also not overly loud at all. So obviously this is my first official Guerlain, but I do plan to start collecting more Guerlains just because, again, I think I'm a big fan of the brand, and I'm a big fan of their quality. I'm a big fan of just the history. I'm kind of a history person. Like, I like historical facts. I like to look at history. I like to read about history. I watch YouTube videos and like TikTok videos about history all the time just because it's something that I find interesting. I don't know. It's kind of whatever. Anyways, so I do plan adding more to my collection, similarly to how I have done with Louis Vuitton. I think those are probably, if you had to ask me like, yo, what are your like top brands? I know that I just started collecting Guerlain, but it would have to be Louis Vuitton and Guerlain. I feel like they just, I don't know, they're just quality, top notch type deal. Some people might disagree, but that's just my personal opinion. So for right now, I got Double Vanille, and then I'll probably pick up Cherry Oud afterwards, and then we'll kind of go from there. Also, something that I don't know if you guys know, but there's actually I don't know if you'll be able to see it from here, but there's actually a B on the back of the bottle, and supposedly that's supposed to represent, I believe it was French royalty, or I don't know if it was French royalty specifically, but it's something along those lines of like royalty, which I think is pretty cool that they added it to their bottles because it just kind of shows you that this is something of really high caliber, if you know what I mean. So yeah, guys, Spirituous Double Vanilla is kind of a nice incensey vanilla type fragrance. So if you're looking for that, definitely check this bad boy out. I 100% recommend. At least you gotta try their private line. You have to at least try the private line. Guys, let me know if you like this more like almost unedited type content. Like, obviously there's some cuts, but more of that raw, unedited, just kind of me talking to the camera. Let me know in the comments if you like this, or if you want me to become a little bit more like, more high-end type editing, more cuts, more like things popping on the screen. Let me know your opinions, and honestly, thank you guys for coming on this journey. I'm super excited to start YouTube. I'm gonna start vlogging. I'm gonna do some cool stuff, so I'm super excited. And all of you that have been with me in this journey, thank you so much. Make sure to follow Tony Aromas for more.